All right, everyone. Welcome to our strategy session. We are the heroes that have been tasked with saving the world from the division and hate that have been plaguing it. But how are we going to do it?
Well, I think with the problem of racism, we can solve it by teaching people that they're inherently bad based on the color of their skin, and also segregating people based on their skin color.
Ooh, I like that.
Like how now the NFL will be playing a black national anthem and a white national anthem before games. It's a good first step in creating more division.
Yes, that's a great idea. So good. I'm not sure that's gonna work.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't think what you're proposing is gonna help racism because it is racism. You know, like what you're proposing is to judge a person based on their skin color, not the content of their character.
Yeah?
Well, that's the opposite of what Martin Luther King preached, which was to judge a person based on the content of their character, not the color of their skin.
Oh, what? So you think just because you're a man, you can be educated?
Yeah, leave it to a white guy to bring up Martin Luther King. He's not white. I identify him as Korean. And you know Koreans know nothing about Martin Luther King.
Look, what I'm doing isn't racism. I just don't think you're following me here. So let me explain. What I'm saying is that certain racial groups are superior and other certain racial groups are inferior.
Yeah, that's racism. You just said the definition of racism. Look, I've got it printed right here. I identify as illiterate, and it is hateful to try to get our community to read things.
Literacy is racist. Quit being so hateful, man. I hate you because you're a man.
See? That's the kind of love we need more of. Okay, moving on. What's your idea for helping the world? I am transgender and non-binary.
Amazing.
Thank you for your contribution. So you're transgender and non-binary?
Mm-hmm.
That's great, but did you know those are two opposite things? So you can't be both at the same time.
How dare you?
Well, no, I mean, you're obviously a great person, but what if we could stretch our minds into objective reality for just a second? Transgender means you identify as the opposite gender you were born as. And it means you're possibly willing to go through surgeries and hormone treatments because you identify as that gender so much.
Yeah?
And being non-binary means you don't identify as any gender. And you're saying you're both of these at the same time?
Yeah?
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Whoa, you're just attacking her because she's black.
She's not black.
Ask her.
Are you black?
I do identify as black.
You'll never amount to anything because of your skin color. I don't think you're black. I'm a man now.
You.
Now I'm a woman.
You go, girl.
Look, I realize your cisgender privilege clouds your reality, but if you would just stop overthinking things, you'd realize your objective reality should be based on my imagination. Does that make more sense now? I identify as you, and it makes sense to me. Great, I'm glad you understand. Okay, but how does what you said help the world in any way?
Are you kidding me? Just because she's a woman, you don't think—
Man now.
I hate you.
Woman again.
Just because she's a woman, you don't think she's helping the world? You misogynistic pig.
It's not because she's a woman. Oh, so it's because she's black?
No.
So it's because I'm non-binary?
Look, clearly his misogynistic brain doesn't get it.
But here's what I'm doing to help the world become a better place. I'm teaching women that it's disempowering to have children and raise a family.
I hate the nuclear family.
But that's the most powerful thing any person could ever do. And I simultaneously teach women that they can be empowered by going out and earning just as much money and achieving just as much status as a man.
Love that.
I'm both.
Yes, Logic? You got a problem with that?
So you want to empower women by getting them to think that their pathway to happiness is through money and status?
Yes, exactly.
Even though we all know that money and status can't make you happy?
Yeah?
I think how you're trying to empower women disempowers women.
I don't like all this racism. And what's your point?
I don't think that actually works.
It doesn't work? Can't you see my rage that I push these ideas forward with? That means I thought them through, so of course they work.
Why are you homophobic?
I'm not homophobic. I bet you wouldn't be afraid to be phobic if she was white.
She is white. Racists think everyone's white. Your masculinity is toxic.
What?
You were racist.
No, I'm not. I bet you would be if she was white.
I love your Korean heritage.
I'm not Korean.
Is that because you hate Koreans?
Or just Korean women?
Or just trans Korean women?
Neither.
My testicles itch.
Wait. What if we teach that all babies are born racist, transphobic, and they hate women?
I love it.
That's so true.
I feel like more of a victim already.
I don't understand why babies are born with so much hate.
We should mandate abortions.
Stop it! Just wait a minute. Now I think you're all good people with good intentions, and I love you all. But I think the way you're going about trying to help the world is hurting the world, creating more division. And I think your efforts have been fueled by emotion, rage, and reactivity. But if you guys just think things through, use some logic, I think you can come up with a set of actions that will genuinely help the world. Because underneath your emotional hostility, I think you're all smart people that can come up with some good ideas. You think we're smart?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have any idea how uninclusive that is to the mentally impaired community?
Mental impairment is rooted in racism.
You clearly think he's smart just because he's a man.
I identify as mentally challenged.
As a white man, you need to realize how you've oppressed her.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I identify as blind,
and I'm deaf now.
Oh my, you've lived your whole life like this?
What? I can't hear you.
Adversity. It's been so hard.
First, white people stole your vision, and then they purposely made you deaf all this time, and
You will never amount to anything because of your skin
then
color.
men took your hearing.
It's not going to be okay at all. It's just not.
We are so Before you go, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Blood Sugar Breakthrough, made by Bioptimizers. Now let me ask you a question. You're not an idiot, are you? I didn't think so. So that means you probably like to feel and function your best with robust physical energy, good mental clarity, and optimal health. I thought so. And that means you're a perfect match for Blood Sugar Breakthrough. 2 capsules before a meal help stabilize your blood sugar so you can feel and function the way you want to. Get your Blood Sugar Breakthrough by going to bloodsugarbreakthrough.health/JP20 and be sure to use the discount code AWJP to get yourself a healthy discount.